Hey dudes, ThatDude Sunglasses here, and today I'm finally doing an update on my BBC and DVD Wikia page. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I've got nothing really else to upload. A few updates quickly. I will be doing a Who discussion sometime either this week or next week. It depends whether I can fit in the schedule. I may upload it on not Friday. What was it? I may upload it on Saturday because Saturday's Daily Freddy's and not lots of people are watching that at the moment, so that's fine there with me. I may put it up then, but I may not. It depends whether I get up to make one. And that's nearly been a month since I made one. Yeah, I said I'd update it every 2 weeks or a month and I'd do a big project, but I haven't even started working on it. Anyway, so you want to be looking at this. Okay. I think here I've done a few edits. BBC video was created in I definitely did. I can't remember what they were, but I definitely did edit this, so it's a bit long. I think I did it so it's a bit longer, and some mistakes are corrected. I did the same with the BBC video thing as well, but I added so much more to that. BBC Video was created in 1980 as a way BBC Enterprises, now known as BBC Worldwide, could cash in on the new ever-growing medium, the humble video cassette. That should say cassette, not cassettes. In the early years of BBC Video, the programs distributed were usually found on VHS, Betamax and Laserdisc, but from the 90s, most programs were only distributed on VHS. BBC Video was popular for its releases of Doctor Who, Postman Pat and Pingu, as well as Tweenies. I'm not sure actually if Tweenies was actually that popular as a release. Probably other stuff, yeah. Monty Python's Flying Circus and a lot more. So that's that. You can see all my latest activity here. Let's go on to BBC Video. Okay, got the same thing. I did change this bit here, and for the sake, because I can't remember what changed, I'm going to read the whole thing back out again. BBC Video, now known as 2Entertain or / and BBC DVD, that is something I think I have definitely changed. Is a well-known video distributor controlled and established by BBC Worldwide since 1980. Since 1980, yeah. In 2006, BBC Video and Video Collection International, who posted popular children and adult programs, although they are most popular for publishing Thomas the Tank Engine, merged, creating 2Entertain, the most popular for releasing the classic and new Who Doctor Who DVDs since 2006. The BBC Video logo is still used on these DVDs, but they follow the BBC Video logo is still used on these DVDs, but they follow after the proper publisher's logo. The BBC Video name is defunct now because of the massive surge in decrease of video cassettes. They are now known as BBC DVD, yes, so I may change that up a bit because I think I've already kind of talked about that. History of the conception, still haven't found anything on that. The launch, BBC Video brand. I haven't changed any of this bit here. Okay, I'm just gonna start from rebrand because I'm not sure where I left off last time. So I've got I'm sure I got to this bit, but I got Postman Pat, BBC One, BBC Video ident. There you go. In 1985, the BBC changed their ident scene in between programs, but they didn't incorporate the ident into BBC Video until 1988. Then the ident changed and then saw a spike in the sales of video cassettes. Also in that era, the BBC generally stopped production of Betamax and Laserdisc products and instead focused solely on the most popular medium, VHS, in 1991. BBC Video became the UK's #1 seller of pre-recorded videotapes in 1991, yeah. Second rebrand. The same year as BBC Video was all the fame in the country, the BBC received a rebrand which took immediate effect in the same which took immediate effect on the BBC Video in the same year. This was when the 90s came around, which was when Doctor Who VHSs started to get more popular in the industry. They were very popular because of the fact they were brilliant episodes and the artwork was fantastic. The children's renaissance started at this time as well, when popular shows like Pingu, Postman Pat and Fireman Sam were published via BBC Video for the general UK child population. Final rebrand before renamed to BBC DVD. In 1997, the BBC rebranded its entire service to its current form, adding new logos and renames. This included BBC Video. The logo used for BBC Video was used until 2009 for the BBC, but it was only used until 2006 while the division was still called BBC Video. This era featured the decrease in video cassettes, but the continuation of the children's renaissance. More programs were published, like the Fimbles, Tweenies, more children's programs were published, like the Fimbles, Tweenies, Teletubbies and more. The end of an era. In 2006, BBC Video and VCI combined together to create Two Entertain with BBC Worldwide, with BBC Worldwide owning 60% of Two Entertain and the Woolworths Group owning the other 40%. In 2010, the BBC bought the remaining 40% of the company off of the Woolworths Group. Now, Two Entertain only releases non-BBC assets, and all BBC productions are published by BBC DVD. Yeah, so before they used to publish Doctor Who, which was a BBC production. Logos, this is definitely where I've changed. I have 64 new notifications, yeah, thanks. Okay, the original BBC Video ident at first features a copyright warning, then followed by an array of beaming light and colours that resemble the colours of the rainbow. Then the letters of the BBC Video logo start to appear. In the ident after the feature, the BBC Video logo gradually disappears, and then at the end there is a bright star that occasionally gets brighter and then darker. In the Watch with Mother mock theme, half the ident is in colour and the other half is in black and white. Jingle music. The original BBC Video ident had many different jingle variations. The original, used from 1980 to 1984, was the marching theme. This marching theme was updated many times. The original sounded more classic, like a World War II song. The next few started to sound more modern and electronic, which is true. If you hear it, kind of sounds it sounds a lot more advanced. Synth theme. The infamous synth theme has been declared as creepy. It is also quite unique in how it sounds compared to future music. This synth theme was used from 1984 to 1988. Watch with Mother mock theme. This rare theme, which features the 50s show which mocks the 50s show Watch with Mother, was usually used on some cassettes in the 80s around 1987, 1988, while the logo was still in use. This theme was quite subtle and quiet. The Globe World Ident, 1988 to 1991. The Globe World ident first includes a copyright warning, and then a fully CGI flat world appears until it curves into a golden globe, and then the text BBC Video appears. After the feature, similar to the original BBC Video ident, the ident plays in inverse but says the company's name. This ident also started to popularise the use of having the year of the publication in Roman numerals, although this technique was first found on the Watch with Mother mock theme. This ident was used... Wait, that should say... Oh yeah, this ident was used until 1991 from 1988. Jingle music. The jingle music has a great feel to it. It cannot be explained that well, so you can listen to it yourself by clicking the media. This was the only jingle music to be played with the Globe World ident. And here I've got a link here to it, so if you want you can go and watch it. There you go, that's it. So... the Satan theme, that's like the nickname for it. I'm just putting the nicknames. 1991 to 1997. Original normal ident, because there were actually two idents. There was a limited edition one with white, that wasn't used that much, with a white background, and the BBC and it was in full screen, widescreen, and the BBC letters spun around and got into their positions. The original Satan theme ident at first shows a copyright notice, followed by the BBC logo, 1991 to 1997 as well, appearing onto the screen. It was very naturalist. Is that correct? It was very naturalist and simple. It was very natural and simple compared to the previous ident, which is arguably not as good. Okay, so that's that. That's what I've done so far. Let's look at British Broadcasting Corporation. I haven't done that much of this. The British Broadcast Corporation, normally shortened to BBC, are the dominant UK TV network with channels covering drama, news, sports, parliament and more. They have spearheaded the creations of some of the most popular TV shows in the UK, including Doctor Who, EastEnders, Panorama and Mastermind. They gain money from a UK TV licence fee. To Entertain. To Entertain is a publishing company owned by BBC Worldwide. Well, yeah, that one isn't going to tell me that much. Popular pages. To Entertain, yeah, okay. Where's my other pages? Okay, let me just find some other pages quickly. Home. Oh wait, no, wiki activity, let's go there. Okay, Video Collection International. I've actually added my own quote there. I am going to be making a series during my break, during February or English or March or whatever. I'm going to do a child's nostalgia series that is in production at the moment. I talk about all my things from my nostalgia when I was younger. But success doesn't come easily, but when it does, it's likely to easily fade. Video Collection International is a great example of that, which is true. It is really, because they did well at first. Yeah, they did well at first, and then when they got into the 90s, they started fading away. Even though they did introduce their most popular thing they've published, Thomas the Tank Engine, they still weren't doing very well during the 90s and early 2000s. Video Collection International was a company forged by the Prestwich Group in 1984 and established 1 year later in 1985. During Video Collection International's 20-year lifetime, the company went through many changes, from owner changes and rebrands to separate divisions and renames. The company met its fate in 2006 when its owner, the Woolworths Group, decided to merge the company with BBC Video to create To Entertain. VCI was popular for releasing the Thomas the Tank Engine series on VHS. Okay, that was that. And last few things I want to show you. Doctor Who, The Reign of Terror / The Faceless Ones Episode 1 and Episode 3, The Web of Fear Episode 1 VHS. Doctor Who, The Reign of Terror / The Faceless Ones Episode 1 and 3, The Web of Fear Episode 1 is a video combination cassette featuring different episodes of The Reign of Terror, The Faceless Ones and The Web of Fear. The Reign of Terror. The Reign of Terror is the 8th and final story of the first season of Doctor Who. It stars William Hartnell as the first Doctor and Carol Ann Ford as Susan Foreman, the Doctor's granddaughter. It takes place in the French Revolution, explained in the episode's title. The Faceless Ones is the 8th story of the 4th season of Doctor Who. It stars Patrick Troughton as the second Doctor, Michael Craze as Ben Jackson, and Anneke Willis as Polly. It takes place at Gatwick Airport, It takes place at Gatwick Airport, the second largest airport in the UK. Or at least I think it is. I didn't research that, but I'm sure it is. The Web of Fear is the 5th story of the 5th season of Doctor Who. It stars Patrick Troughton as the second Doctor, Fraser Hines as Jamie, and Deborah Watlin as Victoria. It takes place in the London Underground in the 70s. It boasts the first appearance of the popular Sir Alistair Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart. And that, yeah, it's kind of, these two kind of have a bit of a thingy because they're both in like public places in, well, kind of the present time-ish, I'd say. So that's that. The combination VHS release was the last ever Doctor Who VHS released by BBC Video. It was released on the 24th of November 2003. This was just under 2 years before the last ever VHS released by BBC Video. Obviously, this is also the last ever combination Doctor Who VHS. This VHS features the 1997 to 2009 BBC Video / BBC DVD ident. Now, final thing. One last thing. Dragonfire VHS. Dragonfire was the full story of season 24 of Doctor Who. This is the last story to feature Bonnie Langford as Melanie Bush and the first story to feature Sophie Aldred as Ace. It is also the final story in season 24. The Dragonfire VHS was released on the 29th of December 1993. It features the 1991 to 1997 BBC Video logo and was distributed by said company. After the BBC Video logo, there is a notice saying to look out for other Doctor Who VHS. So that's what I've done with my BBC Video and BBC Video and DVD Wikia. Still nobody has come on and helped yet, so if you want to, please just do that, and if you want to help people know more about BBC Video and the legacy it left behind. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. I will be uploading a new series called Dad Plays Ultra Street Fighter 4, which I have had the footage for about 6 months or so, but I haven't uploaded it or edited it at all because I thought it was going to go on another channel, but that channel failed, so that's why I am putting, that's one of the reasons why I'm putting Daily Freddy's on. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys, and peace the hell out.